COVID-19 pandemic has directly impacted education system in every country in this region, affecting student, household, minister, secretary, student, and administration. The decision government makes now will have a lasting impact on hundreds of millions of young people and on the development of country for decades to come. Now, this is why the decision taken in the Ministry of Education on the parameter to the following with regard to education are of vital importance. They will affect the entire student population, either positively or negative.
COVID-19 is having a major impact on the right of education of millions of students, on teachers and schools and on families. The closure of face-to-face school in several countries is forcing the rapid development of new ways to guarantee this right at all levels of education around the world. This effort involves education authorities, schools, families, and children and adolescents themselves. It requires innovative solutions, resources, and time, but also passion and goodwill. Together, we can overcome this educational gap and turn into learning opportunity.
In the current situation of health crisis, there is no other possible way out than to close schools and replace face-to-face classes with online training. One of the negative effects of closing schools is that some learning may be not recovered. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced schools to close and stay at home, which is why virtually has become an important tool for teaching. Digital platforms, on the other hand, will have to cope with the intensive ask in a short period of time, a situation that not all platforms can withstand with guarantees. Among the aspects that qualify this first analysis is that online training provides access to education in a situation where face to face education is not possible. Disadvantaged learning are more likely to say in environments that are not ideal for learning because their parents are unable to work from home or take days off. They could be compensated by the closure of schools and their temporarily replaced by online training. However, there are students who do not have the privilege of the tools to attend this class. This pandemic has forced us theory teaching in a different way to break paradigms in order to carry out this important role of teaching.
The economic and social costs of the pandemic are still unknown, but an economic crisis unprecedented in modern history is accepted. Widespread global GDP declines are steps to hide the developing countries hardest. Crisis is said to impact the basic process of building human capital. So, policies that mitigate its effects and preserve educational trajectories in the long term are indispensable. Purpose of this document is to guide the implementation of policies to strengthen the response capacity of education system in Latin America and the Caribbean during and after the health emergency.
The most obvious effects of school closure is the disruption of learning. Although this is a problem at all levels of education, it is the most often experienced by children at the beginning of a school year and those about to graduate. Most public schools in Latin America provide free meals to children who cannot afford to pay for breakfast and lunch. Whether the children go online, virtually, or receive paper workbooks, many parents are unprepared to answer questions and assist with the entire teaching process. In many areas of the region, there is no internet signal and the possibility of ever arriving is quite remote. Also, there are no figures yet on school dropouts in Latin America during the pandemic.
In conclusion, it is time to rebate ourselves. and get off the comfort zone. Face this new tomorrow with our heads held high. Teaching now stop. Say in every moment an opportunity to learn or teach the educational future and different country. Okay, thank you for you pay attention. Bye.